Took for dude. How long do you think?
What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema.com,
James Shield.
and look who's back.
Yes, I'm back. I was so sad missing last week and not being
Mission
able to
Impossible.
review
You
Mission
missed it,
Impossible,
bro. Big time.
Rogue Nation. I still need to see that picture. I can't wait to see it. Once I do, I'll make sure to put out a
It's
little review on our
amazing.
channel.
That movie's
The
amazing.
fact you said it's a contender, not even that it's possibly better than, but a contender to Mad Max Fury Road makes me want to see it now.
That movie was freaking awesome. I loved it, bro.
Well, we got two movie premieres tonight, completely opposite. We have one called Ricky and the Flash, which isn't a huge movie, but it stars one of the biggest and best actresses of all time, Meryl Streep. And then we have Fantastic Four, which we're going to be talking about right now. Mr. Shu, 2005, 10 years ago, Fantastic Four had a film adaptation. What were your thoughts on that picture that seemingly failed?
Well, I know it failed, but I think I was so young. I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I think Jessica Alba was hot. I'm just saying.
I don't really.
So yeah, part one I was okay with. I was fine with. Part two though, Galactus was a toxic cloud. Stupid.
Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer. Stupid. So you wasted all those characters, and then they had some those scenes where he like got drunk or whatever, and he made his arms go long, was dancing with girls in the nightclub. Horrible. That's embarrassing. Like they should
The
be
Spider-Man 3 equivalent.
No, yeah, like that's like Tobey Maguire doing
the
his
dance,
emo
yeah.
dance. Like, what are these people thinking when they're writing it down? They're like, oh my gosh, what a good one. We got a good one.
What does the table read like for that movie? Oh, this is your part where you're gonna sing around and dance drunk. Oh, this is so funny.
And then he's thinking, oh my gosh, this is like we're about to just print gold.
I don't know.
What a great idea. But on a serious note, the first two I didn't mind them. They were cheesy, but I also feel back then was also when comic book films people considered cheesy too.
Yeah, they weren't really at the peak where they are right now.
No, Dark Knight didn't
but
come
they
out.
aren't.
Legend,
They
Christopher
weren't really
Nolan.
at a point where they were
Some.
at the level they were at now. But at the same time, like those movies, I really don't remember them very much at all. I caught a little bit of the first Fantastic Four not too long ago, and I just saw the amazing product placement in that movie. It was everywhere. Captain America, back when he
Chris
was the Human
Evans.
Torch, learned.
And I didn't think he was a bad one either.
I don't think that movie was the worst film of all time. I think it's one of those movies that just kind of like, okay, like just kind of something very forgettable, not something you want to ever rewatch. So I'm hoping this movie really turns around. We've kind of had a really big involvement with Fantastic Four. At CinemaCon, I was able to talk to the cast, and I don't know if you remember what I said about my CinemaCon experience was that no one really seemed happy to be together. Jamie Bell, Kate Mara, Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan all just kind of seemed like they were tired and exhausted, which could just be from traveling and such. That was just my observation. However, the trailers for this movie looked really, really great. Doom especially. I'm excited to see his performance. He's the same man that played Koba in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the villain ape. So I'm excited to kind of see him on screen. Josh Trank did Chronicle and was scheduled to do a Star Wars movie, and now he
got booted.
Got booted. But I'm interested to see what he does with this movie. It's a franchise that could be really popular. I mean, Fantastic Four was Marvel's first superhero group back in when it was introduced in 1961, I believe. And I mean, these characters are very, very important in the comic book world. And I hope they do them justice this time around.
Something really interesting, for those that don't know, is this movie has been going through nothing but drama since day one. Reshoots after reshoots after reshoots. There's a lot of people that didn't even know when Kate Mara, Michael B. Jordan, etc. In Miles Teller, they put a tweet out that says, Fantastic Four are done filming. A lot of people said, when did you actually start?
Yeah.
So, and then they said that Josh Trank destroyed his apartment. And then so there's
a lot of issues with Josh Trank.
Yeah, he's hard to get along with. He was the way he was moody on set.
Yeah.
He destroyed his apartment. Like,
yes, that is partially what they are claiming is the reason why he was booted from Star Wars. Josh Trank obviously said no, it's because I want to do something original. But they were saying, well, it's because you obviously were really, really crazy on the past set. Also,
and that makes more sense because with Disney and you do Star Wars,
no film fan ever goes, no, I don't want to make a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
That's automatically,
Just saying.
no, I don't think so.
Especially at his age.
Yeah.
Just saying.
31. But,
like a dream come
another
true.
big thing is, Michael B. Jordan. I mean, this poor guy had to literally fight to defend his role. And I mean, obviously for the race reason, which is you end up finding out Kate Mara was the one that was adopted anyway. But nonetheless, I'm really hoping this movie kind of just shuts everyone up and really delivers.
You know what's interesting about that too is when Perry White in Man of Steel, Perry White originally is usually a white dude, and then they said Morpheus is going to be Perry White.
Yes.
That's okay, because whether he's black, white, Mexican, Chinaman, whatever, it's not going to make a difference. Perry White can be anything. Johnny Storm, again, he can be any race.
Yes.
What I don't like, and this is my only problem, if you're going to say that Johnny Storm is black, why do you have to say she's adopted? Why can't you just get a black actress? I don't get it. Hopefully I'm gonna learn from this movie, because there's no, what's the point of that?
What you're saying, what is her adoption elevate the story any?
It doesn't. I know it doesn't. Even though I haven't seen the movie yet, I know it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't.
Because if you want to make Johnny Storm black, do that.
But you're saying they should have made Invisible Woman black as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's always been in the mythology, and I understand, and I know that we're not supposed to. You don't need to follow. I'm just saying that's like.
No, I hear what you're saying. Why couldn't
why not?
Why can you have all Fantastic Four black? It doesn't
Whatever,
matter.
yeah, whatever it is.
But I think that they were expecting a lot of backlash alone from Michael B. Jordan, but they knew they wanted that talent, they wanted that name.
No, he's BA.
Yeah, he's
Michael
good.
B. Jordan in that Creed trailer.
Yeah.
Woo!
Creed, that's gonna be fun to review. I hope he does really, really well. But nonetheless,
And
again,
like Southpaw, I'm
and
all
Miles
in.
Teller after Whiplash. How excited are you to see him on screen?
You know what's so interesting about Miles Teller? I hated what he said about Divergent. I hated it.
Yeah, I know, that's
And
right.
and I said this already. I'm gonna say it again for those that didn't watch that video. To me, and again, hey, this isn't me. I don't know, but if you're a movie star and you get paid millions of dollars to be in a film, millions. There's some people that'll never make $1 million their entire life combined. You get paid $1 million to film for 5 months, you do the press tour for 2 months, 3 months, so you're working for 7 months. You get paid millions of dollars for that. Don't trash a movie. You don't need to do that. So, and every interviewer that's ever interviewed him really says he is arrogant, he's a jerk, he's this, he's this. But in Whiplash,
Yeah. He shut everyone up.
He's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man.
And you could really tell in interviews and in other situations, the whole press and then kind of everyone's attitude changed towards him. My experience with him at Cinecon, he was very much how you'd expect Miles Teller to be. He's very witty, he's very sarcastic. But I noticed that him being sarcastic annoyed the other cast members. And I was like, okay, I could see that totally getting on someone's nerves. And I mean, like I said, this is all what I saw, and I could be totally wrong. Everyone could have been really tired from traveling and all that stuff. So I do know that I'm not spewing fact right here, but the one that seemed the most annoyed would be his potential love interest in this picture, Kate Mara. So to me, that's like a really big issue, because if anything this movie is going to land on, is going to land on their chemistry. So I hope that everything that I saw and everything that we've been hearing about all falls flat and this movie delivers. That's all I can really say. I just hope it works.
Okay. This movie is a short film,
Yeah, but an hour
which is
and 40
another thing
minutes.
people are going off of, because it's just, there's so much we can go on, but let's watch the movie.
More. Let's do it.
Let's watch the movie.
Yes.
Let's
clobbering
see if
time.
It's fantastic.
Oh.
All right, guys. So we just got out of Fantastic Four.
Flame on.
It's clobbering time.
Clobbering time.
Okay, so first off, I'm gonna say this.
It's clobbering time, that's for sure.
I've seen so many reviews from everyone I respect, and this movie's being murdered. Rotten Tomatoes, 14%.
After the midnight release, and last I checked, it was 9.
9%. This movie is absolutely being destroyed. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think the movie was as bad as people are saying it is, honestly. This film was literally, to me, at least let me say that, the first 75% of the film, I really thought this movie was a perfect example of what a sci-fi film with horror is. I thought that Josh Trank really, really illustrated what it would be like to be Mr. Fantastic and you're stretching. That's horrifying. To be set on fire, that was horrifying. To be the Thing, horrifying. I liked how they didn't call themselves any of those names until the very, very end, and they just suddenly
even
threw
then,
it.
that's subtle.
But it was just subtle. It wasn't. My name is.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. This movie was very slow, I felt. And Miles Teller, God, he played a good nerd. He really played a good nerd. I thought I didn't see any arrogance whatsoever in him, and I thought he was fine. Kate Mara, I thought was fine. Michael B. Jordan was fine. I didn't think the problems with this movie were the actors, but you can tell, and I guess I shouldn't have read this, but I read it and then I saw this, and it's absolutely true. You could tell that there's a part out of nowhere where you're literally 75, 80, 90% film into this movie, and then all of a sudden, the Fox executives are like, "Oh my gosh, there's no Doctor Doom. We gotta put him in the movie." And then they literally cut the movie, deleted what Josh Trank probably made, I guess, and you just rammed in Doctor Doom out of nowhere. It made sense, but it was just like, okay, could that have been pushed any faster?
Yeah.
Literally just to throw it in and do that. Please talk, because I know I'll remember more.
Okay. My whole all right, so I kind of agree with you. Like 9% is extremely low for this movie, but I think this movie already having like just a lot of hate just proved everyone's point. You know, like I don't think it was the worst movie I saw this year. I don't think it was worth only a half a star. You know,
But
I don't
9
think it's
is
that
probably
bad.
the lowest movie.
It's definitely one of the lowest movies.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's pretty scary. But I did not like this movie, and I really wanted to. And I think that you really kind of hit the nail on the head, is that the movie's pacing is a major issue. You know, well, we'll get into... I got to talk about Josh Trank. So, you know, it takes about 50 minutes for our heroes to eventually turn into heroes. You know, and I agree with you. You know, this movie really brought an element of science fiction to Fantastic Four that the other ones really didn't. They were all
not
traveling in
comic books.
space. Yeah,
Not comic books.
very different. You could tell the whole kind of tone's different. But everything just kind of felt out of place. And like I said, I did enjoy the science fiction aspect of it, because the first Fantastic Four did none of that. It's just, oh, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. But this movie really kind of explored that. But then it takes 50 minutes of an hour and 40-minute movie for them to change into who we expect them to change. Okay, I get that. However, my problem is how we use the rest of the time. We literally montage through these characters accepting who they are. And to me,
That's it. Go ahead.
to me, that is the most detrimental part of this movie. It is literally what kills it for me, because I want to, because in the beginning of the movie, we learn who these characters are. They're not interesting characters. They're not really complex characters. We have this humble nerd, his best friend who isn't that smart. We have a troublemaker and the quiet one that, you know, Reed is going to fall in love with. They aren't very complex at all. And this is the opportunity to really show who they are, how they're going to accept things, how they handle issues, but we just fly past it. So they remain flat, empty characters. I, unlike you, really did not buy Miles Teller as the humble nerd. I thought it was really just not believable in any sense. And I think everyone else I think everyone in this movie really kind of phoned in their performance, besides Doctor Doom. Anyway, so we get through this quick 5-minute montage of them just going ahead, using their powers, practicing, already kind of becoming near experts with them. And then we have a 10-minute introduction to Doctor Doom and a 10-minute exit of Doctor Doom resolution. That's how the movie really kind of goes, and that's where it's like, blah, 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 blah. Wait, what just happened? This movie never feels like it happens. The perfect example, any of our viewers who go on roller coasters, imagine you're going to go on a roller coaster that has a 350-foot drop, right? You're going, you hear click, 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 click. You get to the top, you're ready to do that huge fall and get all that energy out, and boom, they say, all right, get off. You don't ever go down a drop. That's exactly how this movie feels. Totally gypped out of a real satisfying story and movie. I really wanted to enjoy this movie, and there was definitely aspects that I think were good about it, but nothing to really remember it by. I don't think I'm already forgetting parts of the movie. I saw this movie earlier this week, and I could barely remember a lot of the issues I had, but I know the pacing was one of them. I don't think anyone was really that interesting, and overall, I just don't think this movie brought anything new and told anything different.
You know what was annoying for me was the whole movie, or at least the second and a half into the third act, is all about we got to find the way to cure ourselves. Cure. Ben Grimm, the Thing, doesn't want to be the Thing, obviously, because nobody would want to be the Thing in reality. And then literally, as soon as it's over, all right, so this is who we
Yeah.
are. It's like, no, dude, that's
It's the quick acceptance. You know, we just don't believe it. But I mean, even before that, like, okay, we're kind of led to believe that, all right, well, the government is going to have us do missions, and then they'll help us fix ourselves. But we just keep doing missions, and you're at one point, you're like, come on, aren't you kids all, you know, scientists, geniuses, prodigies, and you guys can't figure out that you're being totally used, and you're not, like, they're not, I mean, yeah, they're trying to fix things, but they're not, or they're trying to find a way to get back to this other dimension, but not for you. They want to get more superheroes. And I mean, all of that just, to me, just didn't add up. And like you said, even, like, you know, Michael B. Jordan has kind of come to this acceptance where he's like, all right, this is who we are, Dad, and, you know, complained, and Reed Richards runs off, which inevitably turns into nothing anyway,
that was
which
annoying.
is useless.
It was
Completely
useless. And it was annoying though, because after it said 1 year later, I was like, oh really?
Yeah.
He just left it.
Yeah.
No, because I know that the whole year he was trying to figure out
Yes.
a way, and it showed that, but I was just like, no,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it just didn't make sense. Like,
I
why
didn't
are we
like
just?
that.
Why would he, you know, just leave his friend? And, you know, I mean, I get what
I
he was
really
trying to do, but it just didn't feel right.
Or
at
at
all.
least like say that he was trying to help them escape.
Yeah. Right? Like,
Not just
he
leave
didn't
your friends for a year.
Yeah, that was another thing. Is like, all right, we have the thing. Why couldn't he have just tried to help her and then run through a wall and get him out there as well, you know? But none of that just kind of crossed his mind, so he ran away. I did think it was kind of cool how they used his muscle stretching things for his face. I thought that was kind of an interesting thing that I've never seen explored before.
Oh, to
Yeah,
act
like, how he
the,
changes his face.
the guy in the other to fix the register.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, that's completely wasted on something so useless when he could actually use it. And then like Kate Mara's like, yeah, this is who we are, but we just got to deal with it. And then Jane Bell's like, I hate this, but I'm gonna do whatever they say. Like, to me, it's just every character was so flat. It was like, oh, come on, guys, give me something I could work with. And overall, I thought it was just a major disappointment.
You think this movie's gonna open up with 50 million plus?
I don't know, because bad movies make money, you know? I mean, movies like this make money.
Better question. Josh Trank tweeted out.
Yes. Tonight, the night of this movie's opening.
He just did this for the opening of the film. Something like, I'm paraphrasing, you might remember it.
Yeah.
It was a great movie, but then they changed my third act or something.
A year ago, I had a fantastic version of this movie. Now, or he goes, you know, now you'll never see it, but that's the reality of it. And to me, like, you know how I never really felt that same way you did about
It's the
Miles
same
Teller?
thing, though.
I feel the exact.
It's the same thing.
But see, to me, that's the captain. You go down with your shit, man, and you don't do it on opening night.
That's what I'm saying.
To me, that is so cowardice. And trust me, like, I understand that's what studios' control is. I understand that a studio could literally change a movie by their own contract and do whatever they want. But for a person to, the night of the opening, call it out and then blame someone else and not take any responsibility, to me is just so aggravating, makes me dislike this movie even more. Like, okay, sir, you didn't direct one, like, there's issues with everything in this movie, and sure, it could be how it was cut, but you have, I mean, the first half doesn't feel butchered, and I got no development in that. So take some responsibility. And I guarantee if it was the opposite way and this movie did phenomenal, he wouldn't be like, oh, it's not my job. It was all Fox, you know? I mean, to me that just really annoys me. Especially on opening night. Like, if you want to do it a couple years from now, or when the DVD comes out, like, yeah, my version, this isn't my version was this way, you know? Or try to get, or fight for your movie to come out on the DVD or Blu-ray to show people that you made a better version, instead of just kind of calling this movie out and running away. And to me that just really
The Josh
upset me.
Trank version.
I'm so glad you didn't get Star Wars, sir, if you're watching this, because I hope you are, because I'm really disappointed in your actions.
No,
Captain goes down with the ship.
It's funny that you say Captain goes down the ship, and I agree with that, obviously, because this is the same thing to me.
Yeah.
But to me, even when an actor does it, the actor is, they may not be the captain of the ship, but they're the ones steering. They're steering with the captain.
No, I hear you, but I mean, I think it's a lot easier for filmmakers to kind of throw some shade than the guy who literally, like, is the helm of that movie and was like, this is mine, and then he goes, no, it's not mine.
There's people that are saying that with all the drama and destroying the apartment and on all this stuff, they Disney let him go and let him say, I want to do something
Yeah.
else, you know, because they let him say
Yes.
that. They let him for everyone just to, hey, no beef, we're
Yeah.
good, just you're not doing our film. With all that crap going on, there's people already saying that don't be surprised if he doesn't ever even get gigs in it. Like, if he's even gonna be able to ever do a mainstream film ever again.
I mean,
that's not what a studio wants to
especially
see.
after that, yeah. After him going, oh, this movie tanked because my studio.
Yeah.
No one, who's gonna want
What
to hire
studio's
you?
going to want to
Yeah.
pay you again 10, 15,
I'm sure
20
he'll
million
make,
dollars?
I'm sure he'll make stuff, but I mean, to me, like my respect for, I mean, it's hard, you know. People are saying, well, you're not a filmmaker, you're not, and I get it. I get that Fox literally could have been like, no, Josh Trank, you're not doing any of it. But to him, just to do that and to just place blame like that, and like I said, I saw the movie. He obviously made a lot of mistakes, and to say to like obsolete himself from that to me is just awful. And like I said, what bothers me the most is that if this, because you know, Divergent, I believe did fairly well.
Yeah.
And Miles Teller still
Did
was
very
like,
well.
forget it, you know. This movie is doing awful, and he goes, oh no, it's not my fault. But if it did well, he wouldn't have said this. He wouldn't have said this at all. So to me, that's really disappointing as someone that you know, we should really stand by what they do. So if he doesn't care and he doesn't like it, why the hell should I? That to me is the top.
No, if anything, honestly, he should at least just wait until after this weekend.
Yeah, go. Yeah, I mean,
At least wait till Monday.
Yeah, I mean, Monday would be okay, but still, wait.
Let the receipts come in.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Especially if you're going to delete it anyway. All right, man. Like, okay. Not only are you not, you know, courageous enough to stand by your movie, you're not courageous enough to stand by your tweet against your movie.
Yeah.
That even bothers
His
me more.
publicist saw that and said, ooh,
Yeah.
that's probably
well,
not smart.
That's a really dumb career choice.
Oh, it's very dumb.
I don't understand. I mean, I really don't understand what he was thinking. But to me, yeah, he's definitely to blame because there are a lot of issues in this movie that didn't have to do with how it was cut.
Yeah,
Disappointed.
man. I guess last question. Do you really think that they're gonna? Do you think we're gonna get a Fantastic Four 2?
I'd hope not. I really don't. I mean, money is a big issue, but I think that this movie has caused Fox so much, you know, animosity that I don't think they're gonna want it.
Because you know they already announced part 2
They've announced
before
part
all
two.
this.
Well, at CinemaCon, a question was posed to Miles Teller. Well, how many did you guys sign on? And he responded, well, I can't really say, but usually when you sign on something like this,
Yeah.
you sign on for about 3 or 4. So I'm assuming they sign on at least for 3. But I don't think it's going to happen.
You don't think so? Everyone's saying the magic number is gonna be 50 million.
Yeah.
If it doesn't even at least do 50 million, forget it.
I don't know. You could do really well and still not end up making a sequel because no one wants to be a part of it. I mean, I can't imagine. Oh, yeah. Oof. I mean, maybe another director takes over and actually does a really good job. Good. I hope so. But after this, I need a break from Fantastic Four.
Just no
another
more
10
origin
years.
story. No more origin story, man.
I don't mind an origin story if it's told well and I'm interested in the character. you
Everyone
know?
already knows these. I feel.
They
move
could
on.
have gotten it quicker. They could have cut out a lot of that nonsense. But whatever, you know. Kudos to Doctor Doom. He was the only part of the movie that I really liked.
Even
His
he.
look, yeah, but even he wasn't that interesting because he only got 10 minutes of screen time. I mean, but he was such an he's just in this room all by himself in this dark, and he's all me against the world. Like he was so like non-complex as well. They try to make him seem all deep, but he really wasn't. Oh man, guys, what are you thinking?
You know what's crazy? That
What?
literally is $100 million. That's what's so crazy, you know?
Well spent.
That's what I love about film. You
Look
can
at the-
literally just say, here's $100+ million.
Make
And then-
do whatever you want, and
and
then tell me it wasn't your fault. Oh God.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I had hopes for this movie, and I'm just surely disappointed. Like I said, and I know we're really ragging on this. I don't think it's the worst movie ever made. I don't think it's the worst movie
I actually
ever.
thought it was better than I was expecting.
I don't think it's awful. It's just not good.
No, I didn't. I enjoyed it. My time here, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like I wasn't looking at the clock saying, "Oh, please God."
Yeah,
You know,
no, I
wasn't doing that.
wouldn't say. Well, I actually checked my watch because I was seeing like, okay, how long? Like I was like, all right, now they transform because I really wanted to know. I was like, come on, man, let's get there. What the hell? You know, we're taking
go,
forever.
let's go.
Let's send the monkey. I'm like, what do we? Come on, forget the monkey. I know you guys are gonna do tests.
Yeah.
Just tell us you do tests. Show me you guys in there.
We did the test. The monkey survived. We can do it too.
Yeah,
Done.
that poor monkey.
It was cute though.
Yeah, it was.
All right, chasingcinema.com/
Fantastic Four.
2000.
No, because those were way before I was reviewing movies.
So Fantastic Four and full-on review written by
Myself,
Jacob R.
Toronto.
Terrano,
I also reviewed Ricky and the Flash, the movie starring Meryl Streep and her daughter.
which is already online right
Yes,
now.
Make sure to go check it out on YouTube and chasingcinema.com/Ricky and the Flash.
By the way,
Next week,
bomb, straight out of Compton,
and Man from Uncle.
man from
Do you have a movie you're looking forward
UNCLE.
to?
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna have to say both. I'm probably. Who am I lying? I'm going to watch Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
But I want to see the Man of Steel himself, and that's the only reason why I want to see the Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. hasn't really hasn't piqued my
Me either.
interest.
Just I love.
But
Henry
Straight Outta
Cavill.
Compton, I think we all three of us, have a lot of expectations going into that movie.
Professor Wong.
I really want to see that.
I'm excited. So next week, hopefully we have a better week. Tune into our reviews and make sure to also check out our daily movie news that we do every single day.
Which is back up and running.
Yes, edited and all. Editing's tough. It is.
I know.
Too bad. I could. Never mind.
All right, we'll be
Editing
back
was an issue here
in
too.
7 days.
Yes, sir.
And then for people that don't know,
ChasingCinema.com is known as the
Film Lovers website.